Now at 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning, fire officials will call on lawmakers today to pass a proposed bill. It's coming up later this morning in Frankfort that would provide line-of-duty benefits for firefighters who die of cancer. We'll have details from Frankfort ahead.
A woman was taken to the hospital after a late-night crash. Now police searching for the cause.
And it is Severe Weather Awareness Week in Kentucky, and coming up, ways you and your family can stay safe when severe weather hits.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Welcome into you. I'm Rebecca Smith.
And I'm Bill Bryant, and we're glad you're with us on WKYT as we start this morning off. Interesting week ahead. We're going to have lots of different elements before we get to eventually a pretty calm weekend.
I know, Micah, we're all hopeful that, some of the snow and rain kind of bypasses us and we get to warm weather again.
I wish we could. I mean, it looks like tomorrow and off towards your Thursday, those are the days in the forecast that will be very interesting. You'll have a lot of rain and also some snow to go along with that. This morning, here's your look down south and southeast. You can see light showers going on anywhere from Cumberland Parkway back toward the Hal Rogers Parkway. This, if you watch it closely, you see those little spots here and there that's starting to break up. That's what's going to be happening. So that loses a bit of energy here in the next few hours. So by about 8 to about 9 a.m., that's when you can see this to really fade away. There is your look across the region. 40s down south, 30s elsewhere. It's just like yesterday morning, the way it feels, but a pretty decent day in store at 54 degrees later on this afternoon. Focus of the forecast, obviously, is that Wednesday and Thursday time frame. That midweek storm system. We're going to get into that complex coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you. We'll see you then.
For years, firefighting organizations across the state have been pushing for workers' comp for firefighters with cancer.
And today, a bill will be heard by the state Senate that, if passed, would provide line-of-duty health benefits for firefighters who die of cancers linked to firefighting. WKYT's Mark Barber is joining us live from Frankfort with more on that to explain. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. It's called the Firefighter Cancer Bill, and today it will go before the Appropriations and Revenue Committee in 4 hours. As you just mentioned, if it is approved, it would aim to make sure that any certain form of cancer would be considered a line-of-duty death for firefighters. Now, according to the Kentucky Fire Commission, if a firefighter dies in the line of duty, their spouse and their children receive a lump sum amount of $80,000. One of the factors that the committee will be weighing today will be whether the budget can support the bill. Right now, the governor is trying to cut as much as he can from the budget to relieve the state's multi-billion-dollar pension crisis. If the firefighter cancer bill is ultimately adopted, it would help Joe Vissing's family. The Lexington firefighter died of cancer last year. Another name and face behind the push for the passage of the bill, Lexington firefighter Matt Lodgston. He was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer last year. Many firefighters tell us they want this bill to pass because firefighters like Logsden and Vissing are much more likely to get cancer because they're exposed to harmful substances when they fight fires. Now, of course, in a few hours, we should begin to get an idea of whether or not the committee will approve the bill and send it on to the full chamber for a vote. Live in Frankfort, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Well, new this morning, Lexington police say a woman had to be taken to the hospital after crashing into a tree. This happened around 1:30 at the intersection of Mason Headley Road and Faircrest Drive. Investigators say the woman was driving down Mason Headley towards Versailles Road when she lost control and hit a tree. They say the woman transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. As of now, police say the cause of the crash is under investigation.
Quick thinking by a store employee helped police arrest a man who they say tried to rob a Central Kentucky pharmacy. That happened yesterday evening at the CVS pharmacy in Georgetown. Investigators say 23-year-old Larez Brown walked in and handed pharmacy employees a note demanding prescription medicine. But some quick maneuvering by one employee ensured that Brown wasn't going to get away with anything. The clerk managed to dial 911 and then sat the phone down. And a couple of minutes later, the city police arrived and placed Brown under arrest. Police say Brown is charged with robbery and tampering with evidence. He is being held this morning in the Scott County Jail.
New this morning, Georgetown police have identified a man they say was responsible for an armed robbery at a Domino's Pizza last week. Investigators say Anthony Butler now faces charges. Police say they're still trying to figure out if Butler is also behind robberies at a nearby Dollar General and third robbery in Lexington. Police say nobody was injured in the Domino's robbery.
A Lincoln County couple says they lost thousands of dollars in personal items after burglars broke into their home. Just over a week ago, Marty Pulliam says thieves ransacked his home while he and his wife were vacationing in Florida. Pulliam says the burglars stole several guns and purses and electronics, as well as his watch and something even more personal, his 1980 national championship ring. Pulliam won the ring as a member of the University of Louisville basketball team. While he would certainly like the stolen items returned, Pulliam says he just wants some peace of mind knowing that burglars are put behind bars.
My grandfather was 89 years old. He died. He needed him to have a lock on his door. He never had a lock on his house his entire life. And now you can't even go to Florida for a week's vacation without somebody breaking into your house.
Pulliam says he is offering a $1,000 reward for anyone who can help lead police to an arrest. Police say the burglary remains under investigation. And this is Severe Weather Awareness Week in Kentucky, and to make sure that folks are prepared, state emergency officials will be issuing a statewide tornado drill today.
Yeah, the drill comes as we're expecting potentially severe weather later this week. WKYT's Mike Byer joins us from the live desk with more on how to prepare for tornadoes.
Severe Weather Awareness Week is fully underway, and as part of the week, Kentucky will have a statewide tornado drill this morning. The drill will begin at 10:07 Eastern Time. At this time, tornado sirens, weather alert radios, and radio and television stations will broadcast the alert, including right here on WKYT. Whether you are at home, work, or school, state emergency management officials encourage all Kentuckians to practice their tornado safety plan during the drill. Here's a few suggestions on what you may want to plan for in the case of a real tornado. Now, before a tornado, have a family tornado plan in place and practice. Watch for flying debris, store protective things, and put as many walls and floors between you and the tornado as possible. During a tornado, if you are in a mobile home, number one, get out. Find a nearby permanent structure. Tornadoes can destroy even tied down mobile homes. Now, officials are asking everyone to use this drill as practice. The reason being so you can have a plan in place in the case of a real tornado, which could ultimately save the lives of you and your family. At the live desk, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Well, the city of Lexington set a new deadline for the long-delayed Centerpoint project. Last week, the city's attorney sent a letter to the company that owns 2 cranes on the site saying if work on an underground parking garage doesn't continue by March 30th, the city will fill in the hole with dirt. The city also says they can seek more than $4 million in reimbursement and foreclose on the property.
For the second time in less than a month, the Central Kentucky High School's dress code is changing. Just a few weeks ago, teachers and parents at Anderson County High School approved a change that allowed students to wear pajamas, yoga, or stretch pants. But after receiving numerous complaints, the school's site-based council has decided to ban pajama pants again. The Anderson News reports that students will still be allowed to wear yoga pants and stretch pants. Just to clarify.
Yes, they don't want the pajamas anymore. The Wildcats back at home tonight as they prepare to take on Alabama.
And tonight's game will be the 3rd game for the Cats in less than a week. And Coach John Calipari says his guys are feeling it. Despite losing in a heartbreaking fashion at Texas A&M on Saturday, UK also suffered a loss with the injury to Derek Willis. Willis had been playing some of his best basketball, but his status for tonight's game is in doubt following an ankle injury. UK looks to bounce back against the Crimson Tide in front of a sold-out Rupp Arena crowd later this evening. Tip-off is scheduled for 7 o'clock, and that game will be airing on ESPN. Hey, it's good to have you with us bright and early on WKYT this morning. Our time is now 5:08, and we are just getting started.
A 106-year-old's dream of meeting the President and First Lady capped off by a White House dance party over the weekend. More on that when we come back.
A little rain down toward the southeast, but that's a system that's going to be moving out. This moves east and gets out of our way. And our next system back toward the west is heading our direction. I'll show you what you can expect out of that and when coming up next.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
We have a few light showers down in south and southeastern Kentucky. It's not really affecting a lot of us, but about 30% of our viewing area is seeing it early this morning. You got to get down towards 75. I want to show you this, though. Howard Rogers Parkway, Cumberland Parkway. So watch this, okay? You watch the loop. It looks pretty thick, and then watch these thinning out spots here and there. And what that shows you is, you see it thinning out there in Wayne County and then back towards, say, Williamsburg area. What that shows you is that energy to the south of us is moving on out, and it's taking away that energy of that disturbance that's down in southeastern Kentucky. So that piece of energy that's laying there will start to fade away in the next couple of hours. And I would say by 8 a.m., all that should be long gone. And then the rest of the day is pretty dry until we hit late afternoon off into the evening. Temperatures are there in the 30s and 40s this morning. It's not a bad feel. Temperatures are exactly like what we had yesterday morning, where most of us in the 30s, but some 40s down south. We get into your afternoon, mid-50s expected, with mostly cloudy skies. Afternoon, could you see a passing shower? It is possible for the far southern zones, and we're still talking 20-30%. So your afternoon, much of your day is going to be pretty dry. But then we head off into the evening and night. That's when the rain starts to ramp up, especially right around midnight. And even after midnight, you may even get a couple of rumbles of thunder. Don't be surprised by that. And that takes you off into tomorrow with heavy rain in the forecast. Tomorrow we're looking at 1 to 2 inches of rain, some maybe a little bit higher than that, but with such saturated ground, there will be some isolated flooding problems here and there, some ponding on the roads. That's what we're going to be focusing in on tomorrow. And even those wind gusts, 30, 40 miles per hour, it's going to be pretty gusty there for tomorrow. Then we hit Thursday. It's really Wednesday night, right around midnight. You start to see some accumulating snow move on in. Thursday, we are looking at anywhere from 1 inch to about 3 inches. I think that's where most of us will fall. You could get as little as a coating, but as much as about 3 inches. So it's just going to be there in that couple of inch range for the most part. This is not a high impact system, but it's enough that will cause maybe some delays, maybe some cancellations of schools. The good news about this one here is we're looking at temperatures right around 32 degrees. Remember the last couple of times? Yeah, that's wet snow and it melts pretty easily, so there you go. Friday, couple of flakes, just pretty chilly. So let's talk about your snowfall forecast. Here's the way it looks like going across the region. And this particular model is actually the highest model we are seeing so far. And you can see 1 to 3 inches is a good call across the way. So let's go through your 7-day forecast. Tomorrow and Thursday are your days to watch very closely with heavy rain and also some snow. And then Friday is another winter day. But after that, guys, the weekend looks really nice, 40s and 50s in the forecast. You got to love that. So just a couple of day break, and that's about it.
Eventually, it'll be 50s and 60s.
Eventually.
In a regular
pattern. That's a good way to look at it, a break. You know, that's a good, good spin
that's what
on
it is. It's temporary.
Thank you, Micah. 5:15 our time this morning.
Well, Sunday was a big day for a 106-year-old woman who got to visit the White House.
It really was, and a lot of folks have been checking this out, and it just doesn't get old. Virginia McLaurin not only got to meet President Obama and the First Lady, but she got to dance with him. Or that's what she did anyway. In 2014, McLaurin began a social media campaign to get to meet the Obamas. She explained through online videos that she was so happy to see an African American in the nation's top job, and she mentioned that to the president on Sunday. She showed her excitement by breaking out her dancing shoes, as you see there. McLaurin was at the White House to celebrate Black History Month. So she was just really had a good time.
She had her dancing shoes on.
She did. 5:16 now on WKYT this morning. We're back with a lot more in a moment.
You've got to look at your money.
Oil prices help give the markets a boost, and why Amazon's free shipping could cost more. I'm Hannah Daniels in New York. I'll have those stories and much more coming up in your CBS Money Watch report.
Hey, good morning. It's great to have you along with us here on your Tuesday on WKYT in late February, in late winter now.
Late.
We have to look for the
keyword.
good points out there because we anticipate a little more wintry weather later in the week. Consumers are confident about the economy. Amazon's threshold for free shipping has increased.
And only about half of Americans have more emergency savings than credit card debt. Hannah Daniels has the latest on your money.
A good start to the week on Wall Street Monday. Oil prices jumped, lifting energy stocks. The Dow closed up 228 points and the Nasdaq gained 66. The U.S. economy continues to grow and consumers are more confident about it. That's according to the President's Council of Economic Advisors. The group's annual report shows the best two-year job growth in the U.S. since the 1990s. But it also predicts future problems because of slow growth in other countries. Amazon's free shipping may cost some customers more. Customers now have to pay $49 to qualify for free shipping. That's a $10 increase. Amazon Prime members who pay an annual fee still get free shipping. A new survey finds only 52% of Americans have more emergency savings than credit card debt. Bankrate.com says that number has held steady in the past 5 years, even though the economy improved. The study also found 1 out of 5 Americans have no credit card debt, but they also don't have any savings. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. In New York, I'm Hannah Daniels.
And a lot more news coming up for you on WKYT on your Tuesday morning. The time right now coming up on 5:21.
Sports is on the way next.
Tonight, it is the Cats and the Crimson Tide from Rupp Arena. We will have a preview as John Calipari talks about his beat-up team, physically beat up. It is also the first night of the high school postseason basketball tournaments. The highlights are on the way.
Looking down south and southeast, give it another hour or two, and this will be long gone. So it's just going to take a little bit more time, but a few light showers down toward the south and southeast early this morning. Elsewhere, we're looking great. Around the roadways, no issues whatsoever. Temperatures are there in the 30s and 40s this morning, and we'll finish off actually in the 50s later on this afternoon. A pretty decent day in store, not all that bad. Let's check out sports to see what's going on.
John Calipari has a beat-up team as the Cats come home tonight to play Alabama. Derek Willis was still not putting any weight on his right foot yesterday after rolling an ankle at Texas A&M Saturday night. Alex Poitras has not played since the Tennessee game in Knoxville because of a knee injury. He is practicing now. John Calipari talked about it all last night on his call-in show.
I think Alex, practiced and did okay today. He didn't practice the whole practice. He was in and out. Derek, I would say I doubt seriously if he'd play. Dom's looking good. The thing that Derek has helped us with is he's been able to stretch the court and make shots. You know who else can do that for us? Dom. So Dom was out and he played. Now he's out, Dom plays. And I even told Michael, I said, Michael, we may need you now.
Cal referring to Michael Mulder. UK and Alabama tonight at 7 o'clock on ESPN. High school district play starting last night, and we begin in the 43rd district where LCA and Tates Creek met for the right to play top-seeded Dunbar. LCA won both times this year, and the Eagles start quickly. Kyle Rode, nice pass on the pick and roll. Textbook to Austin Hall, his only basket of the game. Then LCA goes inside to Rode, and he just powers this one in. 25 points and 12 boards for Rode. Tates Creek goes to its top player, number 1 Eric Boone. NBA continuation play and 1. LCA gets the win, 62-50. To the girls' 42nd district, Bryan Station and Scott County from G-Town. 2 minutes to play in the fourth. Lauren Beebe dribbles the length of the floor, lays it in, ties it at 70. She had 16 points, 25 rebounds. 1 minute left. Scott County a 4-point lead. Bryan Station's Kiari Shannon gets the basket. It's a 2-point game. Next possession, Destiny Cozart, the steal, takes it in, layup, and 1. Bryan Station rallies in the final minute to win it 79-74. What a great start to the postseason, and we have a couple of more weeks of this to go. That's a look at sports. Enjoy the game tonight and enjoy your day.